Are you one of those people who loves to spend their time doing homework? If you are not one of these, this video is for you. This video is for people who would rather be doing something other than homework and writing essays. I have a surefire way for you to do homework faster, and you know what? Better. I can guarantee you that you will write better and think better if you follow my simple one-step approach to homework in general and essay writing in particular. Guaranteed. By way of explanation, let me offer an analogy. Writing a paragraph is like juggling. True story. I was doing some serious academic writing and I was in my office at home and the door was closed and I was writing a paper. Actually, I was writing a paragraph of a paper. I had reread what I had written so far, paying careful attention to the last paragraph that I had written, and then I wrote the first sentence of my new paragraph. Probably a topic sentence. There. I had written one sentence. Having one sentence is like juggling one ball, because you have to hold that first sentence and the ideas that are contained in it in your mind before you can proceed to the second sentence. So I wrote the second sentence. It was the first of my elaborations, my evidence, and my explanations. Two sentences, it's like juggling two balls. And then I crafted a third sentence. Three sentences, three balls. When you juggle three balls, you don't get to think about them individually, but where they are in relationship to each other. You have to hold them all in your mind at the same time. That's the way it is with three sentences. They are all related to each other. Then you need to relate the fourth sentence to the three you've already got. Just like juggling. I attempted a fourth, which needed to be linked to the first and the third and lead to the fifth, keeping in mind the second. And while I was in the middle of crafting this sentence, I was interrupted by the opening of the door to my office. My wife popped in and asked me if there was anything that I needed from the grocery store. I said, "I don't think so. Thanks for asking." She smiled and pulled the door closed and went to the store. Writing is like juggling, and all four balls had fallen to the floor because of that short interruption. I had been in the zone. I was no longer in the zone. Remember, a paragraph isn't just a grouping of individual independent sentences. It's a cohesive group of interdependent sentences. And together they carry the heavy and complex burden of an idea or a line of reasoning. Each must do its part in a particular way. And as you write, you have to keep the idea of the paragraph and the form and function of each sentence up in the air. So all of that is on the floor. And before I can get back to the fourth sentence, finish it, and write the fifth, I need to get the first ball back up there, and the second, and the third. To do this takes time. If you're toward the end of a robust paragraph, it can take more than 10 minutes. So I did that, and I got all four balls up in the air again, and I continued writing the rest of the paragraph. Some academic paragraphs can have 10 or even more sentences. That's 10 balls in the air. That's a lot. And it's really hard to get them up there, and it's really hard to keep them up there. It takes all your concentration. Ask a juggler. So do you want to spend less time on your homework? Eliminate the interruptions. So this is what you do. Before you start writing, go to the bathroom, or get a drink, or do whatever you need to do to keep you in your seat for an hour. Just letting you know, it takes about an hour to write a substantial academic paragraph after all the research has been done. Then you need to go and find all of the parents who are in the house at the moment and inform them that you are about to start your homework and that you will be unavailable for the next hour. Ask them if they have anything that they would like you to do before you start, because you are off limits for the next 60 minutes, unless the house is on fire. Every interruption that you prevent could save you 10 minutes. Just having to pee or your mother asking you to empty the dishwasher will cost you 20 minutes. Do you want to drag out your homework? Now here's the killer. Your bladder and your parents are probably not the biggest factor here. You know what I'm talking about. How many times do you look at your phone during an hour of homework? How many times an hour do you mindlessly check your phone? Or you get a ping that pulls your attention to a message from a friend? My guess is that students today, with just the phone checks, are likely doubling the amount of time they need to spend writing to get the same quality product in the end. And if they choose not to spend the extra time, they are going to be doing inferior work. I've seen this. So my one-step, guaranteed, surefire way to do homework faster and better: work for a solid hour without interruption. And for heaven's sake, leave your phone in another room. After the hour, come out, go to the bathroom, get a drink, check your phone, empty the dishwasher, and if you got more homework to do, repeat. Do the same thing again for another hour. And then dream about all the stuff you'll be able to do with your extra time. Thank you, and happy writing.